Under the vast, golden sun, a weathered farmer stands amidst his abundant crops. The king arrives with his entourage, his opulent robes a stark contrast to the humble field. The farmer pleads desperately, "Please, your majesty, this is all I have to feed my family." The king coldly declares, "The crown's needs outweigh yours. Such is the burden of your loyalty." The king commands with ruthless indifference, "Seize the harvest." Torches flicker, casting dancing shadows across the king's treasury, illuminating mountains of golden chests brimming with jewels. The king, a portly man consumed by greed, waddles through his treasury, his fingers caressing the glittering surfaces. His advisor, a thin, nervous man, hovers anxiously nearby, his eyes darting around the room. Hidden in the shadows, the farmer watches with a grim and resolute face, obscured by a tapestry. The farmer observes the king's every move, his mind already working, formulating a daring plan. The king bellows, his voice echoing through the treasury. "More! I need more! It is never enough! The world's riches should all be mine!" Under the moonlit canopy, a king treads unknowingly toward a concealed danger. The forest floor betrays him. He plummets into darkness. From the shadows, the farmer emerges, a cruel satisfaction twisting his lips. The farmer's voice echoes with bitter triumph. "This was all for you, your highness. A means to reclaim what was unjustly taken." From the depths, the king's desperate plea rises. "I was wrong. I promised to return everything that was stolen." A promise hangs in the air, a fragile vow against the cold reality of the pit. King Silas stands tall amidst mountains of gold and jewels, his eyes burning with insatiable desire. "More! I want more!" King Silas's demand echoes through the treasury. A weary tax collector delivers grim news. "Your Majesty, the farmlands have yielded little this season. The people are struggling." King Silas's face darkens with fury, his greed overshadowing any hint of compassion. His cruel decree rings out. "Seize all remaining assets. Land, livestock, everything. I will not tolerate poverty in my kingdom, especially when it affects my treasury." Under the harsh sun, Elias surveys his barren field, a landscape stripped bare by the king's men. Despair hangs heavy among Elias's family, their faces reflecting the hopelessness of their situation. A spark of determination ignites in Elias's eyes as he begins to construct an elaborate trap. Years of intimate knowledge of the land guide Elias as he crafts a trap of cunning, poised to exploit the king's greed. King Silas, draped in opulent robes, advances through the route, eyes scanning the seemingly barren farmer's field. His gaze locks onto a single golden apple shimmering like temptation itself. Avarice flares in his eyes. Silas halts his grand procession, defying royal protocol. He dismounts, lured by the promise of wealth. His fingers graze the fruit, triggering Elias's trap. His innermost thoughts, his insatiable greed, are revealed to all. The crowd gasps, respect dissolving into disillusionment as Silas's avarice is exposed. Silas's insatiable desire has been exposed. His downfall begins. King sits on his throne, dwarfed by his mountainous hoard of gold and jewels, his eyes burning with insatiable greed. His gaze sweeps across the treasury, a covetous hunger never quenched. King commands, his voice echoing with tyrannical authority, demanding increased taxes. His advisors huddle in fear, faces etched with dread at the king's ruthless command. They tremble before him, each breath a prayer to avoid his displeasure. In the parched expanse of his field, a lone farmer stands amidst ruin, his face a canvas of despair. Yet, beneath the sorrow, a spark ignites, fueling a quiet resolve. With newfound purpose, he sets to work, his hands beginning the construction of an elaborate trap. Rope and wood intertwine, forming a complex contraption designed to exploit insatiable greed. A cunning plan takes shape, promising to lure the king into a snare where he will lose everything. Under the veil of a starless night, the king, lured by the promise of hidden riches, unwittingly descends into a crude farmer's snare. With a suppressed thud, he plummets into a deep pit filled with oozing mire, his royal dignity sinking beneath the surface. The king's crown slips from his grasp, swallowed by the mire, his royal raiment tugged away by shadowy figures. The farmer and his fellow villagers emerge from the shadows, their faces illuminated by flickering torches. They reclaim their stolen possessions, their eyes burning with righteous fury. In a final act of defiance, they banish the mud-caked king from his own castle, a symbolic triumph of the common people over tyranny. Bathed in the opulence of the royal treasury, the king stands as a monument to excess, draped in layers of gold and jewels that mirror his insatiable hunger. Sunlight streams through the arched windows, illuminating mountains of gold coins, a glittering testament to the king's detachment from his people. The king gestures impatiently at his advisors, his fingers heavy with rings, deaf to the distant whispers of discontent that echo from the city. Ignoring the growing unrest, the king's obsession with wealth deepens. "More! I need more! The treasury must never be empty!" His treasury stretches beyond sight, a gilded cage built on the backs of a starving populace, a stark symbol of his reign. Within the heart of his kingdom's wealth, the king remains isolated, his greed blinding him to the approaching storm. In the expansive farmer's field, the farmer stands firm, his weathered face etched with determination as king's men seize his harvest. His gaze hardens, a quiet resolve igniting in his eyes as he surveys the despoiled land, silently plotting. With deft hands, he transforms the remnants of his crop into cunning snares, each trap a testament to his ingenuity. Tripwires of twine and pits concealed with leaves become silent sentinels, guarding his dignity and defiance. He may take my harvest, but he won't take my dignity. The farmer vows, a quiet promise echoing across the ravaged field. In the Grand King's court, anticipation hangs heavy as the king sits regally upon his throne, surrounded by whispering courtiers and sycophants.